let's get ready to take this shit show on the road. Hey there, beer tubers, welcome back
tonight. How you doing there, Nick? Have we said hi to Jamie yet tonight? Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Greg.
Welcome to Beer Analysis 101 with your host Greg. Apparently, button in front of me. I'm Max the Star, trying to introduce tonight's beer, which is Flying Monkeys Kryptonite Smooth Lager. The one guy who wants to start earlier is, of course, the last person to show up.
Yeah, that's because you lost your window.
That's right. You had to go fuck Agnes.
No, I didn't have 3 minutes.
Anyway, so yes, before we move along, we're going to introduce the person that Greg was mentioning. We have a special guest tonight, coming all the way from. Are you in Edmonton right now, or still in Ontario?
I'm everywhere around the world.
He's our honorary girl tonight.
Globetrotter.
I'm a globetrotter.
Globetrotter.
Globetrotter sounds like some sort of incel.
But I do have one question. Scott, how are you tonight?
Oh, Scott's here.
I'm doing just fine. Yes, Scott's here.
He looks like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is playing at the drive-in, just up the road here.
I watched it. I watched it yesterday. It wasn't bad.
Apparently, it's the best Spider-Man of all time.
I disagree, but it's pretty good.
I haven't seen it, so I can't tell.
You can see it from your trailer, almost.
If I climb onto the roof of my trailer, I can see it. So I need to go up. I need to go up there with a lawn chair, plop her up there, and then I can see the screen. But it's really small at my distance, right?
No, you got binoculars, the same ones you use to watch your neighbors pull their titties out.
I don't need the binoculars if I'm sitting on top of the trailer. I'm one of the highest trailers in the whole park. I just have to look down.
Oh, then everyone just whips those titties out like little titty mountains all around you.
That's right. It's like them the hills.
The hills have eyes, but they're actually nipples.
These eyes right here.
That's right. Okay.
Hi, Jamie. How are you, Jamie?
Oh, I'm good. But I just have one more question. Greg, how are you?
Oh, Jamie. Well, thank you for asking. I'm doing pretty okay. I'm having a bonus pre-beer, a Canuck, because why not? And getting ready to do our actual beer. So yeah, that's the exciting thing for today. Took out the garbage today. All the dog crap for 2 weeks is gone for another 2 weeks.
What?
So
What? You don't fling that stuff into the woods, into your neighbor's yard?
I'd love to fling it into our Polish neighbor's yard, but they'd fucking complain about it. So they'd be like, "Oh, why did all this dog shit come from?"
How do they know it's you?
Because I'm the only one with a bunch of dogs next to them.
Oh.
You said that as if they're a bunch of jerks that you threw dog shit in their lawn and they're complaining about it. Like they have the gall to complain.
That's basically it. Like, what do they care if my dog shit floats in their pool? Why not? I mean, they don't look after their pool very much anyway. It's green half the time. So what's a little dog poop gonna hurt?
Listen, they don't call the pool the infinity pool at the Lincoln Memorial.
They don't call it the pool because there's no poo in it. Am I right?
Yeah. Greg changed it to poo apostrophe L. Poo.
Yeah.
Poo L.
Poo L.
It's funny because up the street we were talking to one of Havana's friends' parents, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to the ool because there should be no pee in the pool."
Oh, there you go.
Good one.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know, in that public pool, there's a lot of pee in there.
Yeah, I know all too well.
Is that pool open 24 hours a day?
No, it closes at dusk.
Is it easy for people to sneak into if they choose to ignore that rule?
Yes.
Okay, so there's probably a lot of semen in that pool too. Just gonna throw that out there. But don't worry, the chlorine will take care of that. So no one's getting.
It's not a chlorine pool.
Oh, what is it? A bromine?
Salt water.
Well, technically that's chlorine. It's just different delivery method for it. But yes, it'll still take care of it just as well. It just won't burn your skin in the process. So don't worry, Scott. No one's getting pregnant in that pool.
Not like I'm trying to get people pregnant in those pools, but you know.
Well, I'm just saying if you were, it would be safe.
That's right.
You wouldn't have to worry about it.
Speaking of getting people pregnant in a pool, Nick, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's gonna grab my mouse. I'm tired, overtired. Just finished a bike ride tonight, and also had a pretty busy long weekend that I'm still recovering from over last week and going to Nova Scotia, the other side of Nova Scotia from where Lee is. And
Obviously, you met up with Lee along the way.
No, I didn't. I didn't have time.
Wow, no time for Lee. That's interesting. Huh.
Anyway, yeah. So we might as well circle back, and I'll read some history, which I don't really have a lot because we've read Flying Monkeys before. Won't go into too much detail. Let's say the brewery started as the Robert Simpson Brewing Co. in 2005, opened in Barrie, Ontario by Peter Chiodo and his wife Andrea. They changed the name in late 2008 to the more interesting sounding Flying Monkeys name, which was a successful move for the brewery. Over the years, they have become well known for their IPAs and other creative styles of beers that they have produced. They've made tons. I'm not going to get into leading off. We did Space Age Sunshine Quadruple IPA a couple months ago, and of course, there's also like Juicy S and Sparkle Puff and Cascadian Dark Ale and all that crap. So Kryptonite, on the other hand, is a 7% ABV, as the can says. 21 IBU strong lager brewed with pale and Munich malt, rice hulls, and Hallertauer Noble hops. First released in May 2025. So it came out last year. I actually kind of like looking in the ingredients list because, I mean, one, it's a strong lager brewed by Flying Monkey, so definitely high ABV. I do appreciate them actually sticking with a noble hop for this because it kind of gives it some European street cred. Even though this is Canadian. Yeah, let's circle around and get the histories of people. I imagine I don't know if Jamie's got a history on this beer, if he just got this the first time or he had this before.
He's got a butthole on his glass.
I'm also impressed that head stayed around that long.
Yeah, it's still a tiny bit in the can there. I got most of it poured out, but yeah, not any history with this beer. I've Flying Monkeys have had a lot of history with them. I remember back many years ago, early 2000s, I was going up to Carrie's neighborhood, who's Carrie, and playing a hockey tournament, and we were driving by the Robert Simpson Brewing Company, and I wanted to stop in, and we'd never ended up making it. I didn't go. Shortly after that, within a couple of years, they changed to Flying Monkeys, but I did like the Robert Simpson. I don't remember which one it was. They had like two different beers in the beer store that, it was just a new one to try. I tried it out and really enjoyed it. So I remember buying it multiple times. It had kind of fancy packaging. Looked pretty cool. And then the Flying Monkeys in the same vein. I actually like their marketing. Don't drink a lot of their beers because they kind of lean towards the, sweet, I don't know if you call them milkshakey or whatever, but like the super fruited. I find a lot of their stuff really sweet and kind of fake tasting. So I do like a few of their beers. Probably Juicy Ass would be the number one. Like I'll still buy that. It has a nice bite to it, and it's a good, easy one to find. So
probably their best regularly available beer, unless you want to get into the real big boys. I'd say the big boys like Sparkle Puff and Space Age Sunshine don't taste as good, but they're good if you just want to be a hobo and be like $5 and this is gonna get me tanked.
Yeah, it was my fridge stocker back in Ontario. Here in Alberta, it's over $5 a can. But so I'll still buy it every once in a while, but everything's $5 a can here. So
the Juicy Ass is really well priced in Ontario. If you get 6 packs of Juicy Ass, I think it's $22 for 6, so that's pretty reasonable. Plus we don't pay tax.
It was
on
always
that. I don't know if you guys do.
My fridge stocker, like the two beers I would always have back in the day would be probably something like Coors Light and then Juicy Ass, and then there's always something for most people that either like craft beer or just regular stuff. So that's my history.
Right on. All right. Thank you, Jamie. Let's move on to Scott and see what his history with Flying Monkeys is.
I've had some of the flying monkey stuff before, but I don't remember having this particular one. I mean, my history for this one is you gave it to me 2 weeks ago. So, I mean...
Did I give it to you? Or no, yeah, that's right. I did buy it because I got it to you the same time we got that other one that I'm drawing a blank on. The last... Right. That's right.
So... but I've had a few flying monkeys ones before. We'll see how it.
The Great Calamancy 2 weeks ago, right? Sorry.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it ranks up. But you know, not. I don't have anything particular that to remember to know about, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Right. Thank you, Scott. Let's go over to Greg. Get his history on flying monkeys.
Well, Nick, thank you for asking me. I have a very vibrant history with flying monkeys, although I've never tried a Robert Simpson beer, so before my time, they were already flying monkeys by the time I got into craft beer. I'm also not as old as Jamie. Anyways, this particular beer, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not even going to check on tap. I believe this is my 4th time having it, because I think I had it once originally when I first saw it on the shelf, because anytime I see a new flying monkeys, I've never been disappointed by Flying Monkeys beer. I haven't loved every beer they came out with, but they're always a safe bet. New Flying Monkeys beer, boom, I got to try that. Because I know it's going to be something wacky and probably a little bit scary, because it's like, why is there cotton candy in this beer or some shit like that? But then it's like, oh, is that this is usually kind of a good beer. I probably don't want another one. I'm probably fine with one. But I like how experimental they are, because that's what's really missing in craft beer nowadays, because breweries are just like, all right, we got a hazy, maybe a second hazy. Now let's have a lager and a light lager. Maybe we'll dip into a sour that's not really sour. We'll just kind of a fruited beer we call sour. Oh, maybe we'll mix it up and have a black ale. That's kind of most breweries lineup is nowadays. So I like a brewery that's actually willing to try stuff, and for the most part makes pretty decent stuff. They don't do anything gross or disgusting, and you're just like, want this again. Like that Sydenham place. Still don't know who the hell the owners are or whatever happened to that brewery. But yeah, that was some wacky ass products. Anyways, I believe this is my 4th time having this beer. I had it once on the shelf, as I was saying. Then I think we had plans to do this beer twice before, and both times I bought the beer. We ended up not doing it for whatever the reasons were. I don't remember. And then I just ended up drinking it because I was just like, all right, I'll drink it. And then it's like, oh, we're doing it again. Okay, I'll buy another one. Oh, we're not doing it tonight. All right, I'm going to drink it. We're doing it again. Okay, so now finally, this can is being used for its intended purpose to make Nick happy and to feed his ego.
Wow.
So there we go.
Is that all we're here to do, is to make Nick happy?
Yes, and feed his ego.
This is kind of like a Maxwell Star gratification project at this point. Nobody else watches it. Oh, except for the 3 viewers, including Lee and Ablino Reno.
Well, I was just watching this new Supergirl movie. I'm like halfway through it. I hope this isn't a spoiler for anyone that's never heard of Superman before. But she gets her powers from the yellow sun, like Superman does. We're the yellow sun of Nick. We give him his powers. So without us, Nick would have no powers, and he'd just be walking around with nothing but a big
I'd
dong.
take those powers and Millie Alcock any day.
I'm assuming that's the actress's name in Superman. I don't actually know what her name is.
Supergirl, but yeah.
Yeah, well, she was in Superman too, technically. Oh, spoilers if you haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen the new Superman or Supergirl yet, so I'm falling behind. I don't have Carrie around to show me superhero movies anymore.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. I don't feel your. I mean, it's fine. Superman was fine. So far, Supergirl is fine. I wouldn't go out and tell you that they're must watches. I mean, I'd tell you to probably watch Spider-Man 4, Lee's favorite Spider-Man movie.
I do want to watch that. The reviews are sounding really good for the new Spider-Man now. Everybody's raving about it.
You know, here's the thing about it. It's a really good superhero movie. My big complaint is there isn't a big hook to it. Like, part 3 had a hook. Hey, the old Spider-Mans are coming back. It's all the universe mixing together. In comparison, this one is just kind of like, hey, this is a very good superhero movie. It's got some emotional parts. It's got some character development. But there's nothing really massive that separates it from another superhero movie. I'm sure Lee can type in the comments why I'm wrong and why I'm a terrible human being.
I
and,
can hear him typing right now.
And why I'm never going to fucking live to age 92. But you know what, Lee? It is what it is. If you had bought this beer, you could be telling me to go fuck myself
Live.
in
Well, you
Werner
have to be able
Herzog's
to buy the beer.
in Werner Herzog's voice. You could be saying, "No."
I will say there's a tremendous selection of beers in NSLCs these days. It's just they rarely line up to what other provinces have. Anyway, the hook is that he's breaking the spell his friends were under in Mutant Certain Thing now in the EMCU. EMCU? I'm guessing it's mutants or force. But I think the first Flying Monkeys I ever had was the Netherworld Cascadian Dark Ale, all the way back in spring of 2012 with Heistel Muddy. I think Heistel Muddy had brought it back from Ontario. I had a buddy send it to him from Ontario. So that's my history on it. This one had a can once before. That's it. So let's pan out. Let's read some of the comments here, which are mostly Mr. Lee bitching about stuff. Oh boy, Flying Monkeys, the other predictable choice from this shill factory of Rouge. Yeah, sure. What's next week's beer? We'll get into that later. Guessing high 8s and 9s across the board from some biased panel tonight. Sure.
Biased? I'm not biased.
You're
no
biased.
One's paid me enough money yet.
Nobody pays me money. There's no money in beer, too.
Greg, what's with my money is not showing up.
Yeah,
the
Greg.
money didn't.
Your check fucking bounced, man.
Well, the check bounced. Oh, well, that's just terrible. Can I pay you in dicks next time?
Oh, only if
you eat them.
So you want the poo that comes from eating the dicks then? Because that's what'll happen if I eat them.
Gross.
Do you want fresh dicks or do you want previously enjoyed dicks?
Sounds like you've got that pegged.
That was pretty good. That was a good one.
Anyway.
We don't even have a resident pegging enthusiast here to appreciate that.
All right. So, best Spider-Man of all time. Don't listen to Greg. So this is one of the various reviews I've heard about the new Spider-Man.
Well, now Nick has to watch it and make the determination for himself.
Scott is king of trailer park. His trailer has a moat and a drawbridge. I mean, no.
You've been here.
Yeah, I have. I mean, it does have a gate.
Right. And a troll that might operate it.
That's true. Yeah, the one that gets mad if too many people come in.
Yep.
You're only supposed to have one car in here. Oh no, Nick is so tired from his relaxing weekend in beautiful Nova Scotia where I got only like 5 hours of sleep every night and I'm fucking tired still. Because I did 1,150 kilometers of driving the entire weekend.
That's a whole bunch of shut the fuck up.
That's like more driving than I've done in like the last 3 cars I've owned.
3 Zoras down. It's Dad Rock now. Mm-hmm. Heard Fridge Stalker and Fringe Stalker. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Rob Reno, Dad. You're dead, Dad Rock now. Call me peach emoji, eggplant emoji. All right, we read this one. Meh.
Meh. That's what I think about your hook is meh.
That's what I think about your hooker.
So you think about what? You slurred your words there.
Yep. Well, there was some of that coming.
Wow. Nick, you need another vacation.
I do. I'm going to Summerside in 2 weeks.
I don't know where that is, but I'm very excited for you.
Yeah, it's going over there for a vacation.
Gonna fuck.
What's okay? There's nothing in Summerside to go over to for.
Yeah, there is. Confederation Trail. Biking.
Okay. Oh, biking.
Oh.
Sure.
Why did you have other ideas for a vacation? Like
better places than Summerside, maybe.
Like what?
Anywhere.
Go back to Charlotte. Hey,
Yeah.
I'd go to Charlotte.
Alberta.
Confederation Trail, Summerside to Kensington. That looks like a long trail.
Yeah, it goes all the way across the island. I wasn't planning to do the whole thing, but I was thinking about biking up to Cavendish and then back down from New Glasgow down to the Confederation Trail and bike back. I can bike all the way to, I can bike all the way to Ferguson,
right?
Ferguson, PEI. Yeah.
It's only, okay, maybe the Google Maps isn't showing me the whole thing because it's only showing me like 14 kilometers. That doesn't seem very long.
Nice.
Looks long when you compare it to the island, but
yeah, it's long. It's longer because it goes all the way across from one tip to the other tip of the island. Just the tip.
Oh, tip to tip.
Tip to tip.
Just the tip.
It's like 200 plus kilometers of. It's all old railway trail. It's now ripped up and turned into a gravel path.
That's what we have. That's pretty much all the gravel we have in Ontario. It's all just old.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, there's like an awesome trail that goes all the way from like Kingston to Toronto around the Golden Horseshoe or something.
Yeah,
like that.
there's quite a few. If you join them up, you can. I think there's like 160 kilometers or something that just kind of goes all around Ontario. It's like a reverse horseshoe.
Did you hear about the railway in PEI on how it got created? So back in Confederation, during Confederation, PEI had made a railway from one end to the other, and it was in severe debt. And the only way that PEI, the province, would join Confederation is if the government of Canada paid for PEI's railway. And so they wrote off the whole thing. That's the only way PEI joined Confederation.
And where did how'd that trail go? They ripped up the train tracks, like in the.
Well, not the trail. No. It was the train tracks that the government had to pay for, not the trail. They since derailed the trail or derailed the train tracks because trucks could transition the way the PEI a lot faster than rail can, and then they just said, "Oh, we're just going to use this as a trail now." Right?
Yeah,
but that's how that started.
Just give perspective. That's the entire trail network. That's a lot.
So when I looked up Summerside Trail, it showed up just basically that little part from A to B right there.
Oh, going from Summerside to Kensington. Yeah, I was thinking about going from Summerside, Kensington, then up through Burlington to New London and Cavendish up here. And then
there's a good chance you're going to be sexually assaulted by hillbillies, right? I've seen that movie.
There's no hills, so you can't have hillbillies without hills.
Actually, the highest point of PEI is right here at Springton Peak, which is close to where I was thinking maybe biking to the highest point of PEI.
There you go, Scott. You don't even
you don't have to even go any further than Ferguson.
Shit.
The
hills. The hills are not. The hill isn't as a big thing as you think it is.
And look, you can even go to Toronto.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there is a Toronto PEI.
How dare they steal our Toronto? Actually, you know what? They can have it. Why don't they just transport all the GTA and put it in PEI?
I believe the PEI Toronto is older than the Toronto, Ontario Toronto.
Wow, that's wild.
Wow, really?
I'm learning all about history of Toronto.
Because I think Toronto, Ontario used to be called York or something, wasn't it?
That's correct. Yeah.
Go to Alberta. They're not Canada. They're not Canada yet. I'd love to go biking Alberta, but I don't. That's a lot of money to go all the way out there for just bike ride.
You can go biking in Saskatchewan and go for days and still see where you started.
Try to tell me that your dog ran away and that it took 3 days.
What you should do is you should bike up to see Mr. Lee, then just get annihilated with him, and then bike back super drunk, and then need another vacation.
Yes, drinking will be involved.
We know.
Is it just you biking by yourself?
Yeah, it was a solo trip. Just me.
You gotta get some biking hose.
Hey, don't you call me that. I have a name.
Call me.
Well,
Call me maybe.
It's not just you, Scott. You can have multiple biking hose. Like you can create like an arrow, and that'll create a draft for next, so you can go faster.
Lee says he doesn't drink anymore while he's drinking a Czech for dark.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm glad Lee finally just cut himself off. We were all getting a little worried about him. He was starting to get really opinionated.
It's true.
Starting to think he was a woman for a second.
Wow.
Started to?
All right. On that note, let's start circling around and get opinions on this beer. Jamie, you there?
Oh boy, opinions.
If only Lady Lee was here to keep Greg in order.
That's right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the man's opinion in check.
I usually behave, but now I'm off the leash.
Sorry, Nick. It's been a while since I've been on one of these. Did you say, is this the give my rating?
Yeah, this is, well, give your final thoughts and your rating for style and for overall enjoyment out of 10.
And if you're having trouble articulating words, just get AI to write it for you.
Okay.
Right.
So here's what I think this tastes like. I don't know if it's going to translate into good tasting notes, but what I get from this is like a high ABV, but like a macro lager, or closer to like a malt liquor or something like that, mixed with a 50 IBU American pale ale. That's kind of what I get, like where the sweetness is it's toned down, but it's hoppier than what you would think a 7% lager. Like when I read this, I would think smooth lager 7%. It would be a little more on the kind of the sweet, like leaning towards something like I haven't had Crest in so long or whatever, but like one of those high ABV kind of sweet drinks or whatever. So
like a high ABV saison?
Yeah, not quite. No, I wouldn't say that at all, because that would be like this. I think you probably could plow the field after, but a high ABV saison, definitely not. This just has that, you'd probably get away with an extra half an hour before you run into stuff and wreck the barn. Off the rails. So yeah, I don't know if that gives you anything to go with, but that's my kind of tasting note, what I get out of it. It's two things that I like separately. Whether I enjoy it together or not, I don't know. I guess I kind of have to, because I had to buy a freaking 4-pack of this stuff. And
what?
Yep, it is from July 3rd, 2025. So it's old as fuck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's not much of this around, so I'm guessing that their earlier shipment, they sent about a bunch out here, and this is like just at the end of the, it's just in some random, liquor store kind of thing.
They still happen
on a shelf, and so, anyways, I grabbed it, and it held up. It's fine. Would I buy it again? Nah, probably not. It's two things that I like separately, as I said, and I guess in that I'll give it a style of, or a score for style. Reading that it's a smooth lager, and I didn't quite get that, I would, I'd say 7.5 for style. Personal enjoyment. Oh man, the right night, this might be great. But tonight, I don't know. It's not, blowing my world or whatever you say. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 for personal enjoyment. It should probably be higher, because I don't mind it. It's just a little, wasn't quite what I expected. But if I was rating this against other Flying Monkey beers that I'd have, this would be much higher, because I do not like their IPAs for the most part. They're, like I said, the Juicy Ass is great, but some of the really sweet stuff turns me off, and those would be like a 4 or 3 in personal enjoyment. So I guess it's higher, but yeah, still kind of lowish scores. But for an old can, it's held up, and I'm interested to see what you guys get out of it. I'm assuming you guys have much newer cans.
Yeah, my can is April 2026. I think
Shout out
Greg's
to
is
new
too.
cans.
Probably Scott's is too.
Yeah, mine's April 2026.
April 21st.
April 23rd.
April 23rd?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's April 21st, 2026.
No.
I got the same
maybe
juice
21st.
drinking.
Yeah, maybe 21st.
I think I bought your can and my can at the same time.
Yeah, Scott got the fresher one.
Wow. By 3 days, by 2 days. All right. Well, thank you, Jamie. Let's roll on over to Scott, who's got the freshest can of us all.
Yeah, so
By 2 days.
by 2 days. I don't know, man. Like, I thought Flying Monkeys was better than this. I had high hopes.
Wow.
It doesn't really have a smell to it. Like, it doesn't waft of the beer. Which I'd want to, like when I put my nose up to it, I want to smell the hops and all that stuff. Don't smell anything. It's clear, doesn't keep its head well. Very tart at the beginning. Not so smooth, even though it says it's smooth in the can. Sounds like it lies.
Wow.
But it does smooth out at the end after it's been in your mouth for a little bit. It does hide the 7% well, but like I said, I think this is a can full of lies. The text on the side, all lies, fuck Zod. If you read the can, you'll know. Style, it's supposed to be a smooth lager. I don't see it as being a smooth lager. Style, 6. Personal preference, 5.5.
Wow.
So the head on yours, did it completely go away?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And there's no very little carbonation. I think it's flat.
Yeah, my year-old can is it's
Yeah,
been
you
good,
have more head.
actually.
Yeah, you have more head in your year-old can than mine.
Still fizzy.
Yeah, I am not impressed with it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Gotta age that shit.
Cellar age it. Do what Greg does. Put it right, a couple cans of this right down next with some Double Tempest.
I mean, this would mix very well with Double Tempest.
I mean, it probably would Kubi. Just try it.
Like I was having for lunch. I had a Molson Canadian cheapo beard called Carling, and I enjoy that much more.
Ooh, Carling.
Yep, and I enjoy the Carling much more than I enjoy this. Lies. It's a can of lies, as far as I'm concerned.
Sit on a throne of lies.
Can of lies.
You sit in a can of lies. All right. Thank you, Scott. Let's go over to Greg. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Nick.
Greg's got to bring this rating back up.
Yes. I actually agree for the most part. I forgot what Jamie actually gave it as a rating, but I agree with his explanation of it. Is it comes off as a high ABV, basically it's like it is like a malt liquor. Kind of has that malt liquor taste to it. It's kind of a little bit sweet. When you first I'm drinking my Canuck. That's why I'm getting more hops out of it than I actually thought I was.
Because you're drinking a different beer. That's a far superior beer.
But now I'm drinking the right beer. So yes, it definitely has a malt liquor quality to it. But I agree, it is sort of hoppy. The hops kind of come out at the end. I would actually argue it is a fairly smooth lager, especially there are some much less ABV lagers that like craft lagers that are not as smooth drinking as this, usually because they're basically just kind of pale ales or pale lagers in disguise, even though they call them lagers. Would I drink this? Like, for instance, I think we had Molson Cold Shots, 7.1 or whatever. This is significantly better than that. It's better than the 6.0, even though the 6.0 is better, or 6, whatever the fuck it was, the lesser ABV one. That was better than the 7.1. This is better than both of them. But I do feel they seem to be kind of going after the same crowd with this beer, as it is kind of a This is almost like something like somebody who drinks malt liquor. I feel this would be a good introductory beer to them because it does have a little bit of a booziness to it. It definitely it's like some beers that like the heavier beers. They don't necessarily have a you don't necessarily taste the booze, but they have a heaviness to them where you're like, this is not a 4% Coors Light. There's something more going on with this beer, even if somebody gives it to you blind. So it is balanced with some hops, though. Not a lot of them, but it does have a hoppiness that sort of makes it not overly sweet, but it is still veering on the sweet side. It's certainly not Flying Monkey's best beer. I don't hate it either. It's kind of a meh for me. I was just checking my Untapped rating out of curiosity, because this is when did I have this? So this is November 15th, 2025. So likely a different batch, and likely fresher than I had it now. And I gave it an 8.5. That seems a little high for this beer, to be honest. But again, fresher, different batch, who knows? But I like this beer. I don't love it, but I like it. Now what are we giving this? So as a high ABV lager, I guess that would be the best way to high gravity lager, high ABV lager. It's actually very good. If I'm comparing it to what the normal stuff is. Now, unfortunately, most of the normal stuff, you have a lot of high ABV lagers from macro companies. So if I'm doing the fucking direct comparison to something like Molson Cold Shot 7.1, this is like a 10 out of 10 for a high ABV lager, as far as I'm concerned. Personal enjoyment. Actually, let's bump that rating down. I'm going to give it a 9 because I feel there are better high ABV lagers that are higher than this. So I'm going to give it a 9 for style. Still pretty good. Personal enjoyment, I'm going to actually give it, its ABV, 7.0. That's where I feel it's at. I feel it's good. I feel it's not remarkable. I feel Flying Monkeys could do better. But at the same time, I wouldn't be upset to drink it again. But this being my 4th can, I don't foresee myself buying another can of it unless we decide to re-review it. So it's kind of where I'm at with it. It's it kind of has that malt liquor-y taste, which I don't particularly love. But they do it better, as I would expect them to do. But they're still really chasing a style that I don't really like all that much. And this would actually make for a pretty good hobo beer, which, spoilers, we might do next week or the week after. This could actually be a good hobo beer. But because I feel a hobo wouldn't be, there's not enough hops in here that I feel a hobo would be turned off by it, and they would still enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. I agree with that, Greg.
So, thank you, mysterious voice, who I assume belongs to Jamie, but I'm not entirely sure.
All right, thank you, Greg. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Scott.
Fuck you, Greg.
Right, so fuck you, Greg.
It's odd that Lager Boy is giving this the worst rating.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because you know Lager's best, and you're like, this is not.
I feel someone who enjoys macro lagers may find this overly hoppy. I don't know, but
well, that's where I would jump in and like, Greg, you gave it high for the style or whatever. That's where I would say it doesn't really line up with the style. Like if someone was reading this and seeing that it was a smooth lager and it's 7%, they're going to think that it's going to be more on the sweeter side, not on the hoppier side. So
yeah, and see, I hate sweet beers, so that's why I gave it such a high.
Exactly. And I'm the same. It's there's certain sweet beers that are okay, and a high ABV lager is one of them. But this kind of has the best of both worlds for somebody that is into that style, where it's the bitterness that they've added to it has hopped down or has brought down the sweetness. So it's one of those weird mixes. It doesn't align exactly with what I want, but yeah, it's there for somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah, and like for someone who drinks lagers on the regular, this doesn't do anything for me.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't like it.
Yeah, the lager drinker doesn't want that hoppy addition to it like that.
All right. So anyway, we've heard from everybody else. Let's hear from me. I don't really have a lot to say about this. I'm just going to basically agree with the assessment that Jamie had. I see exactly what you're saying, where it's kind of like half malt liquor, half pale ale. Like I do find its body is a little on the heavier side than you would find with a lager, but at the same time, it does exactly what I feel like it does in the can. I feel it's kind of strange. Like Scott's saying, this isn't smooth. I think this is velvety smooth as fuck. Like I think this thing, and maybe it's the 2 days different age. Maybe they fucked up that batch.
Could just be a different palette, also.
Yeah, it's totally different palette.
Things. So.
I don't know. I don't hate it. I'm not enamored by it, but the flavors that I get out of this thing and the smoothness I get, I definitely appreciate the smoothness I get out of this, and the flavors where I get like this kind of like herbal hop note, a little hint of grapefruit to it. It's got that smooth like malt liquor, apple-y kind of sweet malt backbone to it. It is kind of what I would expect from a decent malt liquor, like or a high ABV, high gravity lager. And I will. They do also, and while it's not the best Flying Monkeys beer I've ever had. It's certainly not. It's middle of the pack towards the bottom. I would say that I do appreciate this. Is probably the cheapest Flying Monkeys that we've had here in a while. It's only like $4.29 a can. It's like considering that all beers these days tend to be like $5 or more, which I hate. But this is reasonable price for a decent quality beer. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 for the style and a 7 for overall enjoyment. I'm liking it, not loving it, but it's good. And like I said, this is my second can of it. It was worth getting again. All right, I will keep an eye on it.
For the price I paid for it, it was worth it.
Oh,
yeah. You still owe me a beer, I think.
Shut up.
I was gonna say skit. Nick. Where did I get?
Well, I got you 2 cans. One was a $5 can, one was a $4 can, and that works out to be like 1 pint at like Gridiron or something like that.
There you go. Buy him a pint. Everyone will be happy.
I'm trading in beer futures.
I was gonna say,
call him Nick the Stick, Greg.
I call him Stick because I kind of combine Scott and Nick. But if you want to order Skit's trailer. And Scott had like 6 of these, and he's like, Nick, I just don't want to drink these. Will you drink these? Sounds like Nick would be okay drinking them.
I would definitely be okay taking these off his hands.
No, you drink them all there, and then bike ride home. We're having a real good time.
That would be the day.
He would wake up in a stranger's bed.
We're mowing the air, Julian.
Mowing the air, Rand.
Maybe camper life has worsened my palate more so. Drinking all
that Molson Canadian Carling you're drinking these days,
right? My friend and my neighbor has this unhealthy obsession with Moosehead, and like I said, I will drink the product. I just won't buy the product.
That's a very wishy-washy attitude, Scott. You should have a firm stance that if he offers you Moosehead, you smash him over the head with the bottle.
So you buy beers just to trade so you can have Moosehead again.
No, I don't ask for Moosehead. I don't look for it. But if one is given to me, I don't say no to a free beer, even if it's Moosehead.
There you go.
Even if
you get mad at me whenever I buy it.
But if you beat him to death with his own bottle of Moosehead, then you take his wallet, boom, free beer.
Yeah, but then he can't make more money to buy more Moosehead. I'm thinking long term here, right?
I assume his grieving widow will have some sort of life insurance on him, and she'll share it with you because you're her next door neighbor lover.
Speaking of getting pregnant at the pool.
Yeah, speaking of shooting your webs.
Gee, Spider-Man, Spider Scott. All right, so 7.5 for style over and overall enjoyment 6.5. It was okay. It's pretty much the average.
I mean, I kind of feel that's where it's at. I mean, I feel it's like it's not as it's so weird. I will say for a Flying Monkeys beer, it's a competent beer. it's weirdly unexciting for them. Like with them, there's always
it is a
weird
little dull.
flavor. So anyway, the can art's cool.
Oh, the can
It's
art's
a good beer. Buys the beer.
I think the can art is the best part. The can art's the best part of the whole thing.
Oh yeah, well that goes for any Flying Monkeys stuff. I mean, Flying Monkeys is usually pretty consistently a good brewery, like got good stuff. Even though they go into some really weird, fucked up territory with some of the pastry stuff that they make. But
Yuck.
yeah, I mean, I do really like Flying, like Sparkle Puff, and Space Age Sunshine was a bit much, but Sparkle Puff was great. Anyway. That's my thought on that is, this is not the most exciting, but I mean, it does what it says. And if you're looking for a beer that's pretty tasty to get drunk on, this is serviceable for sure.
Serviceable.
All right.
We always
So
like
we
to be serviceable.
We did have the question asked, what's next week's beer? I don't think we fully decided what we were going to do. Did we want to try and do hobo beers next week?
Well, that was Lady Lee's idea. We'll have to discuss with her offline if she'll be available next Wednesday or not.
Yeah, because she was supposed to be available tonight and then didn't show up because she's got a tummy ache.
Lady Lee says, she thinks we should do a re-annal of Flying Monkeys Kryptonite.
Oh, well, that'll be.
You go get another can, Scott. You gonna make it back to the liquor store buy another one?
Not necessarily.
Scott's like, I'm out.
Scott's like, I'll anal a free moose head if my neighbor gives me one.
I think I'm doing my hair that night.
You're washing your hair?
I mean, that's really where lager boys should be shining, like high ABV lagers.
Scott, I mean, it only works, like the whole excuse of I'm washing my hair only works when you're bald.
Oh,
this is true. That's why I'm washing my hair.
It's like Chris says it, like I'm washing my hair. He doesn't have any hair.
Well, I mean, hair that you can see.
Me and Scott can't use that excuse because
you don't know what hair Chris has on his body. He could have a fucking hippie beard down there. Looks like Redbeard with a scrotum.
All right, so the concept, like if that's what we decide to do, the concept of next beer is BYOB, bring your own hobo beer. So like anything like malt liquor, high ABV. Jamie, it's right up your alley if you're available.
I'll try.
All right. All right, so I'm gonna finish this beer. I think it's high time we take this shit offline. So,
I want one of these days to see what Jamie's face looks like. I bet you he's a girl.
I mean, he is named Jamie.
Yeah. Oh! Someone.
Oh shit! We're looking at Scott's penis. That's right. We didn't read the last few comments, did we? Like,
Lee's had quite a few comments.
Wants to rub elbow with the Zoomers. Jamie and Scott being honest. Let's see if the other two have any ounce of integrity. Sounds like this needs to be served in a brown paper bag. You're right. Just like next week's beer. Wow, seems like Flying Monkeys check bounced. There you go. That pretty much settles it. We'll chat with you folks later.
Oh,
Cheers.
There's one more, Nick.
What's that?
One more comment.
There's another comment? I don't see a comment.
I don't see another comment.
Oh,
I don't see it either. I didn't even see it get blocked or anything, so I don't know.
It must have been some bad language in it, I guess. Didn't make it through.
Well, no, because I mean, I would probably see, because I would see it to, like normally I'd see it and it would say, "Will you allow this comment?" So I don't know.
Anyway,
another fast review. That's another fast review too.
What did it say, Jamie? Do you remember?
No, I can't read it.
It's probably Albino Reno that posted it.
Yeah.
Fucking Albino Reno.
All right.
We banned his ass.